All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is November 25th. I have two NBA player props coming your way in today's video. Yes, player props because we don't really love many of the spread picks today, but we're still on the road, obviously, right? So shorter video than normal. If you are new here, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But if you are new, we usually go through each and every game on the slate. I give you my lean on the spread. I give you my lean on the total. We have a longer video breaking down the entire NBA game slate. Today, we're just jumping into a couple spots that I do like because we are on the road still traveling for vacation for the holidays, but still wanted to get a video out. And it is a little late too, but we are on the West Coast, so the time change is still messing with my head. And for the good news, right? We go 0-3 last night. We were the dustpan. It's like my mouth's wide open and the broom, the sweep hits me in the face. We had a chance in plenty of those games, but chance only matters in Monopoly. So yeah, good day for the Guppies. I know the Guppies were in the comments, and it's so funny. The Guppies, the haters on the channel, just come out of the woodwork when we have a bad day. It's funny to me because like if you've been rocking with us for a long time, you know that we're throwing out good picks, but I literally have a brand called Fade Me. So it's like people are like, oh, I'm fading your picks. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. You know what I mean? I'm not forcing you to take these plays. I'm not telling you that these are absolute locks. I'm telling you what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. I'm just a dummy that somehow is lucky enough to be right more than I am wrong, but I'm not forcing your hand whatsoever. We like to have fun with these videos and put them out there, but enough of that rant. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Hopefully the video, the audio looks all right, but I have two player props that I want to jump into in today's video, and then I have a same game parlay. I'll make that a shorts or a TikTok or something like that, but I'll talk about the game that I'm doing that for. So keep an eye out for that as well. It'll all be in the pinned comment. So player prop number one is going to be the earliest game today. It's going to be Joel Embiid over 11.5 rebounds. So he's hit this in 5 of his last 7 games, going up against a Thunder team that really does not prevent centers from grabbing rebounds here. And Joel Embiid, obviously one of the bigger guys in the league, one of the best to do it. I think he's going to have a good game overall, but some of his lines are just getting absolutely inflated right now. So sometimes in the PRA line, stuff like that start to get near that 50 range, or his points line is like 31.5, 32.5. I tend to stay away, but I think rebounds at 11.5 is some good value. So like I said, good matchup for him. I will note he didn't play last game. He's probable in this game, so if he doesn't play, obviously this will be voided, but I do think that if he's probable, he's most likely going to play, and we can view it as he's actually coming off of more rest than necessary. But the Thunder allowing the most rebounds to all positions in the entire league this season to opposing teams, and they're actually allowing the second most rebounds to the opposing center in the last 7 games. And when you think about that, no kidding, right? Like Lou Dort, their power forward right now, starting power forward at least. Chet Holmgren, who's obviously a tall guy, but Joel Embiid should be able to body him and move him around. Like, he's not the biggest of guys. Maybe in a few years, Chet, we'll see you kind of beef up, but I do think Joel Embiid's going to be able to kind of grab anything that he wants down low in this game. He's averaging just about 20 rebound chances per game this season as well, which isn't all that bad. Usually I like to see a little bit more. If you don't know what rebound chances are, it's pretty much a metric in which could they have grabbed the rebound, and if you take 60% of their chances, that's usually ended up very close to their rebound line, right? This is more like 50%. But Joel Embiid should be able to grab at least a little bit more than that in this game because of the matchup that he has on hand. So give me Joel Embiid over 11.5 rebounds. I'll put the odds in the best book to get that in the pinned comment, so keep an eye on that. Before we get into pick number 2, I do want to shout out Fade Me. I don't know if this is going to work, but you can see the back of the shirt here. I'm rocking the Grinch tee today. We do have a discount and a deal going on from Black Friday, so yesterday through Cyber Monday, up to 40% off t-shirts. And then we also have a deal of hoodies. If you buy a full price hoodie and you use code BFHOOD, you can get a hat for 50% off. So go check that out, guys. FadeMe.store. If you just want to support the brand, support what we're doing, great merch at a good price over there. Everything for the t-shirts is already marked down. You don't need to go. FadeMe.store. Pick number 2. I like this spot, and it's either going to boom or bust. I'll tell you that right now. But it's Tim Hardaway Jr. over 14.5 points as they take on the Clippers tonight. So he's hit this in 12 of 15 games this season, and it's really going to come down to the minutes for me. When he's played 30-plus minutes, he's hit this in all 3 games this season, but he's also had some games where he plays 22 minutes, 24 minutes. Now, like I said, overall, 12 of 15 on the year, that's great, but he's had plenty of 15-point games, 16-point games, so we're really sweating that out, right? If you're looking at a metric like Outlier, link in the description for Outlier, outlier. If you look at a metric, you see a bunch of green, but it's not that big of a winning margin. So I do think the minutes are going to be crucial here. He's hit this in 4 straight games against the Clippers, and you might be thinking, oh, but Kyrie, Luka, like there's some backcourt logjam. He's hit this in 2 straight games with Kyrie playing. Obviously with Luka as well, he's played with him for longer. But I like this spot for him. The Clippers allowing plenty of points this season here, and they're allowing the 7th most points to opposing shooting guards in their last 7. So you think of them as a fairly decent defensive team, and I get that. But if you look at some of their point totals, they've had plenty of high-scoring games here, and they really haven't been able to cover all that well as of late, and they're coming off of a back-to-back. So hopefully that brings their defensive intensity down just a little bit. We've already seen high-scoring games between the Mavs and the Clips this season. So give me Tim Hardaway Jr. over 14.5 points. If he just gets us 15, it's still a win, but I'm really hoping for the minutes that he can kind of push it into the 17, 18 range. Now, like I said, I wanted to talk about one last thing, which was the same game parlay we're most likely looking at, and I'll explain why. So we're looking at Atlanta and Washington. The first thing that caught my attention was this total for this game is at 248.5, which I told you guys I'm still going to make a same game parlay strategy video that I kind of break down why I picked that game, because we've been hitting at absolutely high rates with same game parlays for plus money. Like, it's been our best category out of spread, total, player props. Same game parlay has easily been our bread and butter this season, which is why we're probably not down more units, just because we've been hitting some of these plus 120s, plus 150s, that type of thing. But first step in today's process, right? It doesn't work like this every day. I'll still make that strategy video, but I'm looking at an outlier, and 248.5 is a crazy high total. Then I kind of go, okay, well, Washington and Atlanta could blow them out, but it's not like, you know, the Sixers are playing Washington and it could really be a blowout. We've seen Atlanta struggle at times this year, so blowout potential, I grade this kind of like a mid-tier, right? Like, I'm not too worried about a blowout and a high total with 2 teams that definitely have some defensive weaknesses, and then I dissect the positional defenses there, and we kind of look at it and take some alternate lines, because you put a bunch of alternate lines together, can still make some plus money. So with that thought process, we do have a couple things that we want to look into a little bit further for the same game parlay, but that is the game that I'm going to be dissecting today because of that total, because of the pace, and because of the lack thereof of some positional defense on both sides. Keep an eye in the pin comment for the YouTube short that we'll put out explaining the exact same game parlay we're rolling with. I also posted on TikTok at evpicks with a Z 3.0. But yeah, guys, that's all we have for today. It feels weird having only 2 player props. Usually we like to put some spreads, totals in there, but maybe it's good that we're switching it up, because last night was not it, right? Same game parlay. We missed out on Sir Thompson's lowest rebounding total here of the season, which is like crazy. We went 2 for 3 in the same game parlay, and then we had 2 losses total and spread. So yeah, feel free to fade me, guys. Tell you guys that all the time. If you really do think that I suck at this, then I'm probably doing you even more good than the true supporters here, because if you think that I suck, then technically I'm giving you even more of an outline. Just do the opposite of what I say. You don't even have to listen to my reasoning, right? If you believe that in your soul, go ahead and do it. No one's forcing you to place bet, right? But guys, if you're still watching, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment number 8, and let me know who you think is going off for the most points in the NBA for today. Just total points. Who's scoring the most points? And comment number 8. Let me know that you're still rocking. But that's all we have for you guys today. We'll catch you guys in the next one, right? Peace out.